everyone, welcome to day 5 of the exercise challenge. So it is actually 11:35 and we're sitting down to have lunch right now. I did not eat earlier. I got up later and then just didn't get around to it and had stuff to do, so I didn't eat. Anyway, I am having leftovers from last night. I'm having a bowl of soup and an ear of corn, which is very pretty looking. Doesn't that look nice? Super exciting. So I'm going to go and enjoy that, and we are going to have sushi for supper. Again, one of my favorite things to eat, but I have not shown you guys in the past how we make vegan bulgogi, so I'm going to do that. So if it's something that you would like to try, that you can do so. It's super, super yummy. My kids love it. I love it. My husband loves it. I don't know about the girls, but anyways, super good, and I will show you how to do that this afternoon. And we are also going to be doing, the boys are going over to a friend's house to play this afternoon, so we are also going to be doing some ab workout. Thankfully, my arms don't hurt quite so bad as they did yesterday, so we'll see how that works. But we're going to do an ab workout on the TV, so that'll be fun. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Alrighty, guys. So let's make some bulgogi. So we found a recipe on vegan8korean.wordpress.com. It's called vegan bulgogi sandwich recipe, and I don't go with their recipe like hardly at all, to be honest with you. I totally have adapted it to work for us in terms of my boys having food allergies and stuff, but this stuff is fabulous. This is really, really yummy. If you don't like sushi, or you don't like seaweedy type flavor, or fishy type flavor, then this food actually goes really, really well on top of rice, or chopped up finely and put on top of a salad. It's just a really fantastic, somewhat sweet, substitute for, I mean, you can use soy curls for in place of meat almost in any recipe, but in this case it really stands out in a recipe. It's really, really good. So what you need, first things first, you need 8 ounces of soy curls. So if you buy an 8-ounce bag, that's what it's going to look like. Obviously there will be soy curls in it. And what you do with these is that you just put them in water, and so we put them in a bowl, fill it up with water and put a plate on it so it holds them in, so that the ones across the top also get soft and rehydrated. Anyway, they end up looking kind of like this. It looks kind of like a little bit like a small little chicken strip-ish type thing. There are definitely ones in here that are smaller, so they range the size. I mean, they totally range in size. There's a piece too. So it ranges in size. All this is a soybean. That's all that's right there. It's a soybean that's been cooked and processed and then dehydrated. So I have this in a bowl, because that's how I was getting it, and then you squeeze the water back out of it when it's done. So you could make the sauce and put it in the bowl on there, but then you would have to mix it a bunch, and I'm not all about that. I'm seriously all about putting it in the refrigerator and letting it sit by itself, or even leaving it on the counter. It doesn't matter. It wouldn't make any difference. And then just letting it do its own thing. So this recipe is actually very, very simple. You need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish ingredients, plus the soy curls. So the first thing you need, liquid aminos. And this is not, I don't know if you substituted soy sauce how this would taste. I actually don't know that it would be a problem, but I don't know for sure. So you need 5 tablespoons, and originally we had it being 1-to-1 with maple syrup, so 6 tablespoons of each, and we found that this was just a little bit too salty, so we cut back a tablespoon. So there's 5 tablespoons. I'm pouring this in a plastic bag. I'll show you that in a minute. So 5 tablespoons of liquid aminos. Then we have some maple syrup that we get at Costco, and we need 6 tablespoons of maple syrup. So let's pour that in here and pour that in our bag. And then you also need some rice vinegar. So this isn't the kind that we normally buy, but it was on clearance, and so it doesn't have anything in there but the rice and the diluted water. So that's what we're going to use. And you need 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar. Slippery, be careful. Let's see, 2 tablespoons. Whew, this stuff is stinky. Okay, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar. And my hands are slimy. I need to go wash my hands. I'll be right back. Okay, less slimy, very good. Okay, so then that is the rice vinegar. You need to put in 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. I really don't measure anything, so I'm just going to scoop some out with a spoon. So put that in the bag. And then the last thing, hi honey, the last thing that you need are some poppy seeds. So you actually put a tablespoon of poppy seeds in here. So if you end up making this recipe and you really like it, Try and find poppy seeds in bulk or on sale, because a tablespoon of poppy seeds, it doesn't look like you use a lot, but it goes really fast, like super, super fast. Okay, so 5 tablespoons liquid aminos, 6 tablespoons of maple syrup, 1 tablespoon poppy seeds, 1 tablespoon garlic, 2 tablespoons rice vinegar. Now, the way we used to do this is we would chop up a pear really, really, really fine and put it in there as well. The boys like it just fine without it. It tastes just fine without it. Not necessary. One of the other things that we do actually add are a whole bunch of scallions to it. Now, if you were going to cook this on the stove and heat it up, I would say just wait and put the scallions in after you've cooked it. But I just took one entire bunch and just chopped up the green part of the scallions. So I'll put that in the bag as well. And you don't need, the pear actually is a nice addition, but this is just me being lazy. It's not necessary to put in the recipe, so I just have left it out now. So I've got everything in a bag. And this is kind of a waste of bag. I get it, believe me, I do get it. So if you're very economical, maybe you'll figure out a more intelligent way to do this. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is put the soy curls in here very carefully so don't spill them all over the counter. And then take some of the air out of here. And then after you've zipped this up, you can mix this around. So you can mix this around really well. And the reason that I like this way is because now you can set this flat, and the soy curls are going to be in the goo that's in there all the way across. So it's not going to be like the ones at the bottom of your bowl get the rest of the goo, and the ones at the top, it just all falls off of. So it's really a nice way to, I would really highly recommend you do it this way. You might want to flip it once or twice if you're going to marinate it all day long and you're going to be home and you want to do that. If you don't, it's not a big deal. It's not an issue at all. Just don't leave it in the refrigerator like this, because it's going to do the same thing as in a bowl. So you just put it down so it's flat on its side like that and flatten it out, and all the soy curls will get whatever little sauce is left in there. And it makes awesome food. So we use that when we're making sushi. Again, like I said, serve it over rice. It's really good. Chop it up, serve it over a salad is awesome as well. I'm sure you could come up with a lot of different ways to eat this, to be honest with you. And then the one other thing that I wanted to tell you about as far as making sushi goes, we actually use, this is a particular sushi nori sheets that we buy. I buy them off of Amazon. I would assume that they sell them at stores too. I don't know, but I buy them on Amazon. The reason that we get this one and continue to get this one is because it's not very strong. So I know that sushi ranges in flavor significantly. Like the sheets can be very, very, very strong fishy flavor, and I'm not a huge fan of that. These are very mild. So if I could ever convince my mother to try this, I actually think she might like it because it's really super mild. But yeah, she won't even try it. So if you like sushi though, and you want, or you've never had sushi and you just want to try something, want to do something that's mild, I would go with this one. Or, you know, see what you find. You might find something that you like better. I don't know. Anyways, so I will come back later and show you how I put a sushi roll together and what we actually use to put in the sushi. It ends up turning out just phenomenal. It is so delicious. I would highly recommend this meal for anybody. But yeah, that's it for me for now, and I will show you what we're up to when we make supper later. Alright guys, so it is workout time. So this is what we're going to do, this fitness blender. It's a man and a woman, and this one is the female. This is the same group that we did for the upper body workout the other day that I'm still sore from 3 days later. Which I think has been exactly just over 48 hours, really. But anyways, this is what we're going to do, a 10-minute ab workout. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'll let you know later if this is awful or whatever, but hopefully it's okay. Wish me luck. Alrighty guys, so we're in the kitchen. We're making sushi rolls. I've made, you can't quite see that. I've made some already. But I'm now going to make mine. I like mine a little bit different from my husband and the kids. They like, well, I like it too, but anyway, we buy pressed tofu, and it comes in these little blocks at the Asian store. And so you just slice it into slices, and you put 2 of these in there, and it's very firm. Like it's not like tofu consistency, it's like a fish consistency actually. So it's like you're having a piece of protein, well, you're obviously it's protein, but like you would have a piece of fish in your sushi. So these are really nice. We usually have that. I like the boys' Bulgogi in mine, so I'm going to be putting some of this into mine, and everything else I already have in a pile ready to go. So there is the sprouts and the cucumbers and the scallions, some chives, some carrots. So here is the sushi roll that I'm going to use, and then we're going to put a bunch of rice on here. Guys, don't be afraid to put a lot of rice on here. This is what you're going to be eating for supper. So rice is not bad for you. Put on some rice. So you basically just push it down to the edges with the back of your spoon. All right. Do make sure that you leave one edge that doesn't have anything on it yet, because that is where you're going to finish your roll. So there's that, and then you would put like this on here if you were going to do that next. I'm going to put some bulgogi on mine. So there's that. And then my hands are dirty now. Okay, got some avocado. All this is avocado and water in a blender, so it's all mixed up nice. I'll put some of that on there. And then put the toppings on it that you would like. So there's some sprouts. There is that a chive or a scallion? Looks like a scallion. And there's a chive and some carrots and a couple of cucumbers. Okay, so there's that part. That's not too tough. Before you get started, you want to put a little bit of water on the edge so that you're ready to finish your roll when you get there. And then basically just grab the top part, get underneath your little roll here, grab the top part, and just fold it together. Not too tough. And then I like to squeeze mine really well because I want them to stick together when I go to cut it. So that is what that looks like. And then when you cut them, it's not very difficult. It helps if your knife is sharp. Mine is not super sharp, but that is what it's going to look like. So there's that, and you just cut them to whatever size it is that you want. So this works very well for in chopsticks, and that's what that is. Oh, sorry about that, guys. My hands are very dirty. I don't really want to touch my phone. But anyway, that's what that is. It's delicious. It's wonderful. Like I said, not super fishy. I really like the bulgogi in it. I think that's really yummy. The pressed tofu in it is absolutely delicious as well. But anyway, this is what we're gonna have for supper. So I'm gonna go make a few more rolls to finish off the plates, and yeah, that's it.